Good morning and welcome to CIT live stream. My name is Ngome, and here with me today is the principal of Course Institute of Technology. Welcome, sir. We'll start first by you introducing yourself, personally and professionally.
My name is Ngome, principal of Course Institute of Technology. I'm a chemical engineer in trade. Funny enough, but now I'm an administrator.
Well, Mr. Principal, for how long have you been the principal of Course Institute of Technology?
This is my third year as the principal of Course Institute of Technology. I reported here in December 2020. That is 30th December. But I started my operations on the 1st of January 2021. And since then, I think I can count to be the third year.
Well, for those 3 years, can you give an accountability for whatever you've done for Course Institute of Technology?
In Course Institute of Technology, we have improved our enrollment. We have advanced in projects, research, and we are in projects that are internationally recognized. Like applied research, we won, and we are going for a project which is worth 7 million. We have projects like Young Africa Works, which we have partnerships and trainings. We are mounting CIT courses, which we have already mounted some, but we are additionally having gemology course, which is also CIT. We are also mounting general agriculture, we are mounting culinary arts, and we have had improvements in enrollment, performance, and even aesthetics of the college. As a center of excellence in hospitality tourism, we are also endeavoring to be a center of excellence in driving and also instructor training in the region. We have a very driving school, and we are licensed NTC to train in all classes, including defensive driving, refresher, the normal driving courses, and also training instructors, driving instructors. We are also earmarked for upgrading to a national polytechnic, and already we are at an advanced stage. We are waiting for a polytechnic order. We have gone through stakeholders engagement. Through the stakeholders engagement in Taita County, we were able to get a name for the coming status of National Polytechnic, that is Tsavo National Polytechnic, because we are situated in Tsavo. And the public, plus the members of the institution, thought that it was good for us to be identified with our environment, so that internationally, when they hear of Tsavo National Polytechnic, they can easily guess where we are.
Apart from all that, do you know about the Ngome initiative?
About Ngome Mwanafunzi initiative, I have encountered and also engaged with students union, that is CIT officials, on the Ngome Mwanafunzi initiative. It's a good initiative. It is a way of assisting those who cannot raise their own fees and even subsistence in the institution. It is a good initiative by the students, and I think I would support that they continue, and charity begins at home. As a student community, if you care about other students, that is the way to go. Because if we don't care about ourselves, who will? So I guess the Ngome initiative will have good structures in the students' union and also in the students' fraternity. It will have the goodwill so that we support ourselves. Just as the government is supporting trainees, we need also to come up with our own means like that one. So I applaud the students' body for coming up with such an initiative. And I would urge you, the students' body, to bring on board the trainers, because they are also, apart from being trainers, they are parents in one way or another, here or there, but they are directly now parents for you as you are here. So though they cannot have so much to contribute, but a little they put into that basket, it can assist those who are actually needing. So it's a good initiative.
Well, last year, September 23rd, a group of students went to Kisumu and they had an accident, and the school bus was demolished. And we know the school bus was under Madison Insurance, and it's common knowledge that when something is under insurance, you're going to get a compensation after an accident. So my question is, from September until now, March today, we have not gotten to see the school bus. So we're wondering where the school bus is.
It was quite unfortunate that our bus was involved in a very serious accident, and many of our people were injured, that is both trainees and trainers. We underwent through that agony, and it's sad. It is not expected, but it happens. Accidents never planned for, but they happen. And our bus was actually written off. The insurance was involved from the very day. Immediately we got the news of the accident. We communicated to our ministry, and we also communicated to the Department of Transport and the DTE. And we expect support from them, but the economy as it is, you can see, it's not the best. Our bus was the KAY 076, an old bus. And the insurance used that condition of the bus to say the bus is too old and the chassis destroyed. That means it cannot be repaired, and if you repair, then it might not be stable. The offer they had after valuation is only 1.4 million, which cannot buy a Vitz instead of a bus. Our plan is to have a bus, and not just a bus of that capacity, but focusing our status, the expected status now, a national polytechnic, we need a bus of not less than 62-seater capacity. And we have also done scouting to see how we can get that bus, but the finances are not forthcoming. The economy is not as good as we expect. We are seeking the approvals, and the ministry cannot deny us the approvals, but the economic situation denies us the purchase of that bus. Otherwise, we are in communication, and we are waiting for inauguration of our Board of Governors because the current board expired. We cannot transact. Immediately we get the Board of Governors in place, we are discussing how we can raise the money to get a bus. And the buses, as we speak now, stand at around 14 million. What the insurance is to give us is only 1.4 million. So how many times? 10 times what we are to be given. So we are in plans to have a bus, and not just a bus, because as we are now, with a population of around 3,000 students, education is about linking with industry. And if our students do not have visits to the industry, we are not offering the best training. So we need buses, such that when one bus is on a treatment in sports, the other bus can be doing the other trips. And even that sports, the number of teams, because of our population, sometimes we have to hire 2 buses, which is actually a cost. So we need actually not one bus, but buses, at least 2 buses as at now. So we are planning, and they already have those estimates of buses. That means we have scouted in the bus companies, and that is what we have as at now.
Well, Mr. Principal, do you have something specific in mind, as in that something that you leave as a legacy for Coast Institute of Technology? A legacy that everyone will say, our principal, the current principal, did something for Coast Institute of Technology. Do you have something specific in mind?
Yes, of course I have something in mind that we have also in our strategic plan, making Coast Institute the best institute of its category in the country. And you remember when I came in, the first thing I did was to change the face of CIT. From the gate to where we have reached now, we changed from the branding of the college, putting on the right college colors, to changing the infrastructure from the pathways to the buildings. And the limitation is only the finances. We are supposed to have a student center which we could only renovate. That is not the face of a student center, which is of this category of a college. We need a student center where everybody can say this is a student center. Students' activities, an auditorium where activities can be held. Not just having sheds, those are reading sheds, but not yet a center. So we have that in our plan to have a modern student center, which because of shortage of finances we cannot do. The cabro roads are supposed to be spread all over the institution. That is, when we are accessing the hostels, we are supposed to be on good pathways. When we are going to classrooms, good pathways, and greening, good greening. But as you can see, we have done a bit of greening. We have just done phase 1 of the cabros, and funds are not there. We were really counting on the capitation, that is fees actually, for the students. This capitation is not really coming as expected, and we realize that at some point we have been guided to charge the same capitation from students. And as we speak now, already HELB has declared that 140,000 trainees from TVETs and universities cannot be given the loan, the help loan, because they don't have the funds. So we are really doing a bit of greening, and everybody can see. If you go outside there today, everybody can wish to take a photograph somewhere because of the greening that we have. Shortage of water is also affecting. Some of our grass is drying up. Also, there was a time we had a week of drought in our taps, drying taps, and already it has affected. But we are making sure the college is up and running with the meager resources. We also want to have an administration block. Anybody visiting us now looks at the building where we are in, and the comment is you don't have an administration block. It's not our making, but God willing, by the time maybe I want to exit, I'm desiring to have a good administration block. And we have started that talk with the NGCDF. They had promised that we would have that tuition block in the second quarter of last financial year, which was not done. And I know it is because there were politics coming. The promise aborted. I believe with the engagements with our current Member of Parliament, Honorable Ngome, we are going to pick it up, that project again, and I believe they'll be able to help us have a good administration block. The other project that I really fought for, immediately I stepped in CIT, was the road from the junction to CIT. And I thank God finally it is like coming, but I'm still facing a challenge that the contractor has stopped some 200 meters from our gate. And that is actually in the tendering, it is CIT road. And we have already picked that complaint with the MP, the governor, and I believe that will be completed. That is my belief, and a strong belief that it will be completed, because I will not rest until there is something has been done. We have cried for that road for a long time. I have pushed for that road with Mololwa. I went to all the departments dealing with roads, and they were saying it doesn't belong to the county, Taveta County. It doesn't belong to Kera. Nobody was owning. Until when I went to the headquarters in Nairobi, I was told that road belongs to Kura. And that is when now I was promised there is already a budget, we are planning to do something. And finally, it's there. So I believe it will be complete, and I will leave proud that I initiated projects that were helpful to serve a national polytechnic, as I expect it to be.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. That's been our time. It's been a good interview. CIT live stream, be out and about.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.